here real quick, and it's good to see Roland. Hey, Thomas, glad you could join us.
Let me shut my door.
Shut that door. Sorry about that, guys. It's good to see everybody.
Good to be seen.
I went in there just on the quick while we watched that, and got my Demon Tales from Adventure Comics.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
And I will show those here in a minute. Some people would say I'm an obscure character. Last time you were on, I think I had those handy or something. We talked about that, or I brought them out. But I went to a convention and talked to someone, and they had the character and some artwork and things, there. And so I'm excited to see you're on Fund My Comic now.
Yep.
Your latest project. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on, Roland.
Yeah. So if you know Fund My Comic, it's run by Luke, and Luke and I had some conversations, and I was just kind of talking to him a little bit about how we were getting kind of lost in the shuffle over at Kick My Starter, Kickstarter. And he said, well, man, come over to Fund My Comics. And he made the pitch and everything. And, it's all comics, and it's the people who go there, it's a comic crowd. And, made us a good deal. And we talked about it, among the group of us. And we said, let's go do it. Let's give it a shot. So we've enjoyed it. Yeah, look at that.
There you go.
Wow.
Excellent. I need to send these and have you sign them,
Sure. Well, yeah, there you go.
Look at that.
That's
so
nice.
do you know that I inked those?
You did? Well, we'll have to send them to you too.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
interesting character, has 3 devil tails, if you will.
Yep.
I can't remember who I saw and talked to at that convention, but they had, like a just kind of walk through. Can't even remember where it was. I'm in Jonesboro, Arkansas, Northeast Arkansas.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't show
you
up
at, Roland? You in Mississippi?
Well, no, I'm down in Florida, but my parents.
Oh, you're in Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah. Now my parents live in Piggott, Arkansas.
Piggott. I was telling my mother, she's right across the street in St. Bernard's retirement village or whatever, and
right.
She's right across the street from me. And
yeah, I know where St. Bernard's is.
Yeah, St. Bernard's is all over the place. It's like the big, the older hospital and research, and it's everywhere. Yeah, my
dad spent a lot of time in there the last couple of years in St. Bernard's, and of course my grandmother passed away in St. Bernard's several years ago. So So no, what I was going to say though is I did a show in Paragould Probably 7 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that.
Okay.
And-
Well,
and
they're
I
having local conventions now, Roland,
And
over there quite often.
I probably had this. That's what I would have had.
Well, I know it wasn't that,
black and white
but
version.
Okay.
wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and this is
Yeah, I like
this
that.
is just a collection of
The cover artist there. I think we've talked about him. He's one of my favorites. I can tell his
Paul
style, especially
Pelletier.
on that one. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
on Negation, wasn't he?
I don't know the answer to that.
Yes,
Okay,
I
all right.
think he was
for
on with cross.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I first noticed him. And one of those you being in the South, you may have seen Hastings when Hastings was around.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised when I'm said, yeah, I got these comics when Hastings went out of business, or it had Hastings variant covers only made for the Hastings. At the time that they went out of business, they were the largest comic retailer of comics in the country. So I'm surprised that people didn't know more about Hastings. So
Yeah.
I'm finding out it was more of a southern regional thing. I'm really surprised about it. But live and
I
learn.
don't recall buying very much from them, but I remember them.
I didn't either until they started closing down. Then I went in. Fortunately, I had a job where I worked 6 days out of 7, and I got paid daily.
It's hard to resist a closeout sale, isn't it?
That's true.
I got vinyl banks. Like I've got over here, I've got the Batmobile, the old 66 Batmobile. Who could resist that? I first got like all the comic related stuff, like the Baxter paper, the stuff that you could draw with, or like comic book supplies, boards and bags.
Yeah.
And then I kind of went from there. I got vinyl banks, and I remember I got a couple of porcelain like creatures from the Black Lagoon. But I got 1,500 comics.
Wow.
Some of them Hastings, a bunch of them were Hastings variant covers. There was, but I got paid daily, and I'd go in there 6 days a week and pick up what I could, and I only got paid about $48 per day. So I was getting about $50, but I bought a bunch of stuff, because the further the sale went down, closer
The
to
more you
closing
got.
day.
Yeah.
I went all the way down to the day before the end date where there was nothing left, and I was
you can ask Tommy. Whenever I go to shows, I cannot resist the cheap boxes. If I see somebody with quarter boxes or 50-cent boxes, I am there.
Yeah, Roland will just pick up anything. But I'm more specific to the like Amazing Spider-Man type stuff because I'm still trying to fill my gaps. But Roland will he'll go, Tommy, look what I found, and I'm like, are you going to read that? And he goes, no, but look what I found. And I'm like, okay.
Now, what is your taste run, Thomas? Were you more of a Marvel or DC guy, or
it's kind of weird. I was really into the Spider-Man Marvel stuff. So all the Spider-Man good guys, bad guys, all that kind of stuff. But when
Roland's been on before, you probably weren't expecting me to have these, especially.
No, that's really cool to see.
I've got about 30,000 books, and I can lay my hands on these.
Well, that's the good stuff right there.
Well, I tell you what, I love the art style. I like the character, and if I have read them, it's been years, so I set them somewhere where I could lay my hands on them and show them to you, and read them again. I have other adventure comics. This wasn't the only title that.
Yeah, I don't know if you realize that you pulled that up, but look what's above my head, and then look what Roland's showing you.
I know
who's
exactly.
going to be in the new issue.
He makes a new. I didn't think this was going to be full though, Roland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Well, if you don't like foil, there are 2 non-foil versions.
Oh
There
my
are 3.
God, who wouldn't like that? People have been getting your Bea, and what was the other issue?
Beyond the Stars.
And Beyond the Stars, they've been getting
Yeah.
that, and they've been enjoying that since
Yep.
you've been on last time.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you like that guy, he plays
major part
Now,
in this one.
Major
isn't
part
Miss
in this
Fury
story.
there on the cover? Isn't she public domain?
Yes, she is. She is.
Yeah.
She is public domain now. So I had a chance to write a story with her in the 90s, actually with the cat and mouse artist Mitch Bird. And he and I, after we did Cat and Mouse, he and I went and did Miss Fury as 4 issues. That was the first time Miss Fury had been seen since the 1940s in original content. And a few years ago, she went public domain. And back then she was licensed, but in 1990 she was licensed. But now she's public domain, so anyone can use her, right? But I like to, even though I can't officially use that version from the 90s, and I'm not, so don't
No.
Right. But if you read the 90s version, there might be little things in this story that you go, I see. I
know Billy Tucci used her recently with the whole female crew. You know, I think they made like a Miss Fury omnibus or something, but
something like that. And I know that there was
Dynamite have a version.
Can we
Dynamite
see the back?
Can we not see the safe for work version?
Roland? Since that one's so shiny. Is that a prototype?
It is. Yeah, you want to see the back? The back is a kablam.
Yeah, look at that kablam. Yeah, look at that. Nice.
Love those guys. I don't know who they are, but I love those guys.
Yeah.
Hey,
so this is just a prototype. Now I can pull up some interior art if you want to look at it.
Oh yeah. Quit holding down on us, Roland.
Give me just a second. I got to open it up.
Man, look at those comics. You put up some comics up on the backdrop there. That's not green screen, folks.
No, it's not, except for those 2 right there.
Yeah.
Which Tommy inked that one.
Yeah.
Except for those 2, all of these others are Silverline comics that we've done over the last couple of years.
Well, I would suggest you give those back to Tommy. We might want those back.
Yeah, you need to give me back my book.
Yeah,
he can't.
I still like your Arkansas Razorback #1.
Oh yeah, you like that? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't click around
and your nice cat and mouse T-shirt, very nice.
Yeah, you like that? I like that.
I actually have some cat and mouse in my collection.
Nice.
Some would say that's another obscure, characters that's been out there.
It's not unusual.
I like the obscure independent stuff that was low print, that like Demon Tales, that a lot of people don't know about. Now, how did Paul do that cover? Now, I first saw him in a motion comics through Negation, and later got some. And in fact, I just saw a posting on Twitter today where he did a cover. And
really?
And redid it. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I don't see his work out there that often.
He's doing stuff for DC right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's good. It may have been a DC.
Oh, yeah, love Paul stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's Paul one of those that's like, wow, he's vastly underrated, I think.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, this is and these are some of the pages. This is actually just page 1. So these are the interiors for and of course there's the guy right there. Shadowhawk, thanks. I see guy behind the stars. Way, excellent.
So this
very cool.
This book is penciled by Peter Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Brit, so we can't hold that against him.
No, please don't. We have Brits out in the chat right now.
I should tell them that
we actually have a big British viewership.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we had a backer, Carrie.
Yeah, Carrie got hers, and I'm surprised she's not in here yet. But she's like,
I haven't seen it.
Piggy.
Someone told me that she posted, and I haven't seen it yet. So I got to go find it. But
well, I could go over to Instagram. She may have shown me.
Yeah.
Now you had a full cover on that as well, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really like that shiny.
Me too.
Yeah, that rainbow. I don't know what you would call it, but the rainbow. Just a
metallic silver cover.
Yeah, kind of old slick. I always
here's a little detail that it took me several times looking at, but Pete actually wrote Fury on the bottom of her shoes. Yeah.
Now, Roland, why on my comic is he orange and on your artwork he's brown?
Why? Well, he's the official color is he's supposed to be
because they got it wrong back in the day.
Yeah. He's not supposed to be orange. He's supposed to be more of a burnt umber, which is a brown color with the slight orange tint, but he is not supposed to be orange. He's not an orangutan.
Kind of like Sasquatch from Alpha Flight, huh? Maybe.
Not that orange. Yeah, more brown than orange. Yeah. If the colorist messes up, I would rather them mess up towards brown than to orange.
Well, now really, it was just on the covers, right?
Yes,
because
that was black and white.
Were black and white comic inside, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. But here we're talking full color here. Who's your colorist?
This is Roberta Conroy.
Yeah, another Malibu.
Yeah.
You got big Malibu ties, don't you, Roland?
Sir.
Can you tell a little bit about yourself, and then Thomas, you go after him? Kind of remind people your history, Roland.
Sure. Yeah, and see, we got a little nod. Pete got a little nod to her Conroy Motel. This is her Conroy's her last name. So I did a lot of freelance work for Malibu in the late 80s, early 90s. And then they hired me as an editor. And I moved out to California and became an editor for Malibu, where I edited things like Protectors, Dinosaurs for Hire, Ex-Mutants.
Dinosaurs for Hire. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And then when all that went away, I went over and edited about half of the Ultraverse titles. So anybody who's familiar with Malibu, there's a pretty good chance that that I edited something that they read. And then, of course, Tommy.
What about him?
He did a bunch of stuff. That was me opening the door for you to jump in.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the gorgeous artwork. And
I know.
Who did this artwork? Because it's so pretty. Actually, it's Roberta's. It's her colors that make it just pop. She did a great.
Well, listen, I've said before, the team of Pete and Tommy and Roberta, these guys are just awesome.
I don't know about the story part, but as far as the artwork goes, it's top notch.
Yeah,
they read very nicely.
Yes.
I don't like that you can't distinguish. I think the modern digital coloring has went so dark in certain instances.
I agree.
I don't see how that furthers the story, and anything that doesn't further the story, Roland, you're an old hand at this, should be kind of pruned away and done away with, correct?
Can you repeat that? I'm not sure you said what I think you said.
Okay, I said that anything that doesn't further the story should be pruned away.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
I didn't mean to dazzle you with my BS or
no. That was like, because I heard something. I'm like, wait a minute, you didn't say what I think you said. So please repeat that. I absolutely. If it doesn't, and we talk about that a little bit on, when we're together and on our streams and things like that, is that independent comics have a. And I'm a big fan of independent comics, so don't get me wrong. I don't buy Marvel or DC today. And so all I buy is independent comics, but they often have a problem of, I don't know if this is because they're not edited or people don't know, but there's a lot of wasted time to content that doesn't. I mean, if I can sit on the toilet and flip through your comic in 5 minutes, I feel cheated. You're not giving me enough story. And yeah, what you have on the page should advance the story in some form or fashion. And I think that a lot of independent comics don't do that. I'm just gonna setting these here because I think these, since you're talking about Demon.
Well, I'm comparing. I mean, he had full green gloves, and here you got his fingers out, and he kind of had a Captain America flared boot. Did you kind of keep that?
I like that personally.
Yeah.
But Pete didn't draw it, so and so one of the things actually we kind of one of the ideas, and so
I love Pete's stuff.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's vastly underrated.
I think, I've said this to him privately. I think Pete just needs a little bit of miles, and I think I think you give Pete a little bit of time, and he's going to become a superstar.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised he isn't already, because I put him right up there with John Byrne.
Yeah.
He's. I loved his negation stuff, and
that's you're thinking that's Paul Pelletier.
Oh, Paul's.
Yeah, stuff. Pete's the guy who drew this story.
Okay,
right?
I like Pete's stuff too.
It's
very cool. It stays.
Now,
Paul
Pelletier's been around for 30 years.
Yeah, Paul Pelletier.
Yeah, but I mean, if you said Paul Pelletier, who?
Yeah.
But then, there's a lot of people outside of comics, even inside of comics. If you said, I don't know, beyond, maybe Steve Ditko, and there's some people who wouldn't even know who Steve Ditko is, They might know two names, which is maybe Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, maybe.
Yeah.
If you're going into comics to become famous, you're in the wrong business.
Right? Yeah.
Because even within comics, there's, I mean, I'm old hat at this. So if you said Walt Simonson, I know who you're talking about. If you said,
I love Walt.
Mike Kaluta, I know who you're talking about. But there's the masses you got to remember are like, yeah, who's that? I've never heard of them. I mean, they're Roy Thomas. Who's that?
Yeah, right.
And yet he's been around since the 60s.
Yeah.
And written some of the, Chris Claremont. Who is that?
Right.
I take it for granted, but I guarantee you most comic book collectors, probably today don't know some of these names. Frank Miller, who? I mean, maybe he's got a little bit of play, but.
So one of the things that is sometimes hard to realize is, hey, Carrie, there's Carrie. Yay. She must have heard us talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. So cool. They arrived before your birthday. Oh, well, happy birthday to you, Carrie.
Yeah. Carrie's birthday, the 11th was the 11th.
Carrie, I have heard that you posted a video or a picture of the book, but I haven't seen it yet. But I'm aware that you have, and so I just have to go find it. I'm not sure on which platform it's on, but I will go find it and like it, and I will try to make a comment when I find it. But I know that you have posted about it. I just haven't seen it yet.
I think it was Paul, because Paul did the first series there, that artwork. Maybe it was Paul that I met, at that one convention.
Oh, yeah, it could have been.
That could have been a distinct possibility. I feel bad because I didn't buy anything from him, but I did adore the stuff.
Here's another possibility now that I think about it. Tommy and I did a show in Memphis.
It could have been, yeah.
And Tommy, did you have any Demon's Tales pages left at that point in time, or were they already gone?
No, they've been long gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that could have been.
Now, what is the character's name?
His name is Keith Grayson.
Okay, just a regular name.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Now everybody calls him Demon. So he's kind of, matter of fact, there's a little sequence in here. It's kind of the thing he has. Where's it at here?
Yeah, and I'm telling you, the
Making fun of
coloring's
that
popping
fact.
on this. You know, the coloring's really cool.
Oh yeah, she's great. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
She's like, I told you my name. What's yours? He goes, some people call me Demon, and he goes, but I am not a demon. Right.
Well, now this is 100% done, correct?
Yes, sir. It is.
You kind of get everything done before you launch, right? On your
I do.
projects.
Yep.
So this is ready to roll.
Done. It's going to go to print.
That's right. Yep.
Now, are you going to go in demand any and all, or is it just catch it? You know, when it ends?
So we haven't done any of the in demand stuff. We've kind of kicked it around a little bit, but part of our plan is to do the crowdfunding, help us earn some money, a little bit of money, as we go through and do the production. Once it's done, you
put it up on your website.
Well, no, then we're going to Diamond. So we've been in Diamond the last 4 months with some books.
Okay. All right.
So our plan is to, because partly if I were to take this book to Diamond right now, what would happen is I could give you issues 1 and 2, but it's going to be months before number 3 is done because we just, everybody works full-time jobs and we can't produce it that quickly. We're working on it, but we just can't produce it that quickly.
How did the champion? Where's the champion come in?
He's
the champion and Miss Fury.
He spends his time
and
knocked
then I
out.
guess the demon is a special.
He spends his time getting knocked out on this one.
This is the champion right here. He has him hanging. Whoop, what'd I do? That's him right there. He's unconscious. If you can see, you can't see my cursor, can you? He's almost dead center of the screen. The guy kind of hanging from the rope right there.
In the first issue, he actually has a fight with the 2 bad guys there.
Yeah.
And they're about to take him out when Fury and Demon step in to help out a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, how did this come about? Because, like I say, Miss Fury's public domain. You're kind of resurrecting Demon again.
Mm-hmm.
This is. I was looked at this and I was like, I think I know this character. The demon.
Yeah. Well, so
I'm glad to see he's resurrected.
Yeah. Well, so long story short, so Cat and Mouse. You said you had some of those. Both Demon and both Champion made their first appearances. Yes, Carrie, there will be 2 more issues. There will be 4 issues total of Bear. That's the plan on. She posted the video. I'll make sure I get that. Thank you, Carrie.
I can put it in a private chat if you.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah. And so Champion showed up in, I want to say it was issue 3. It might have been issue 2 of Cat and Mouse in the first volume, right? And then he shows up again kind of later on in the story as he kind of gets duped by some bad guys. He doesn't do a whole lot in Cat and Mouse, but he does show up some. And then he shows up in the Demon's Tales, the miniseries that you got right there. He shows up in those issues. Matter of fact, you don't have number 4, do you? But in number 3, I'm sorry, I'm pulling my copy out now.
I didn't have 3 at my fingertips, and I may not. I lost my first collection to a fire back in 1997. So I may have had all of them. I may have not, but I can't remember. But I did have some Demon Tales back in the day.
So I'm pretty sure he pops up in number 2. Yep, number 2. If you look on about page 13 of number 2, you'll find Champion there. I can't see you, so I'm assuming you're looking.
You say 2. Okay.
Yeah, issue number 2. Page 15. No, 13. I'm sorry, 13.
Page 13. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think initially it was the art that drew me.
Of course.
you know, on this.
Yeah.
His early stuff, it just stood out to me. It's like, man, that's just that. And he was an engaging character. It's not a, you know, it's not a character that, you know, my favorite character is the Beast.
Oh, very cool.
Uh,
Well, this guy is created. He's kind of, because Spider-Man is one of my favorite characters, and I love the Beast as well. So for me,
is this champion right here?
It sure is.
Yep.
That's him.
Right there.
Yep, that's
Okay.
him.
All right. So
Yep.
Mass Vigilante. Well, here he is in a full shot right here.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. That's the one. So see, he's been around in kind of the Silverline. I love that smell.
Oh, smells like mold. Love it.
Oh yeah, leave me alone. Good stuff, guys.
Yeah.
The
Yes,
ambiance.
it is.
You know, to a
Mold
comic
and
collector,
old,
this is like
old ink is what they smell like.
yeah. Well, I think it has to do with the paper more than anything.
Oh yeah.
Man. So this is issue number 2.
Yes.
I didn't see issue number 1. Did you crowdfund that, Roland?
We did.
Okay. And what platform was that on?
That one was on Kickstarter.
Now, do you have a catch-up tier for issue 1 on this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Sure do.
Now, you were kind of going for the Marvel tribute cover, weren't you, with the banner across the top and stuff?
Well, that's what the second. That is our logo. So if you look at this one, it's just in foil.
I love the fulls. You know.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need the gimmick covers, but you know, it really pops, man.
It's pretty.
I think you signed that one on the cover, man. I want mine.
Well, yeah, I just did, yeah.
Now, are you doing any conventions? I know you're kind of constrained on time, Roland, but do you and Thomas do conventions?
All the time.
We do.
Oh, really?
It's kind of crazy. There's a convention like around every corner, every other day.
That color pops. Look at that. I can tell even from a distance what's going on. I like the old school coloring, man.
I'm telling you, Roberta is she's of course she's got great art to work from, but this is I'm telling you guys, I wrote it, I know that, and even if you want to take the story away from it, this is a great looking book.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to you know, get some modern comic down here where I can draw from it and just
which one's your favorite?
Show you
with the the mobster guy with the dark shadows and stuff. That's a gorgeous. I wish I still had that page.
Yeah.
Well,
page
you know,
I like that page.
Yeah.
All right, let me embiggen you there.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on there, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty
with
page.
the shadow work. That's
good. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, the Pete and Tommy and Roberta make a fantastic team. They really do. So yeah, and in fact, that's Pete right there.
Yeah, Pete drew himself in the book.
We all sniff our books before we read them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But yeah, so this is the first issue, and it is available. It is available as part of the crowdfunder on Fund My Comic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you missed the first one, go grab it.
Order both.
Well, here is one that I picked up at my local comic shop. Look at that.
Oh, I can see some shine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's some shine on this. I guess this reprints Batman #5, but I picked up a couple of these because it's just retro and shiny, you know.
Yeah.
And he didn't have them marked up. You know, they weren't cheap, $9, you know.
Wow.
But you know, for a Golden Age reprint with a full cover, and they're selling. Now, the last ones that I saw, he had like the facsimile issues. He had all facsimile issues. It's the facsimiles that are selling. It's stuff like this that are shiny, you know, that are selling. And other than that, a lot of that mainstream stuff is not selling, you know. Here's one you may have not seen, Roland. Mr. A from Steve Ditko.
Wow. No, I hadn't seen
Magazine
that one.
size from the early
Yeah.
70s. Yeah.
Wow.
I
That's
just
pretty
happen
cool.
to have that here handy. I just, but I did pick up a few things. This is a Kelly Jones cover.
Oh, Kelly's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the character was intriguing. I actually got this out of like it's the same issue as this Fish Flies. I'd not seen it, but the character just kind of drew me.
Oh,
Just the
interesting.
insectoid type design,
Yeah.
it had a good look. But yeah, most of the time, comics, are some of the crowdfunding stuff. Like look at House Salads here with the full cover. Just
Yeah.
I mean, very nice. Pop. I don't think you should do that type of things just to be doing it.
Yeah.
But
I think it helps a lot that a lot of this stuff has become so affordable for the small guy to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hail salad.
I mean, distribution. There's one I have, and you can kind of distinct. Coloring's not too bad on that, but I mean, there's some that the coloring's just so dark, I can't distinguish what's going on.
Yeah.
They've even brought back these, from EC, those
Yeah.
titles
Nice.
like that.
Well, and I think too, you talk about the dark coloring. I think, and Tommy and I talk about this a lot. I think one of the things that happens is, it's all done on the computers now, and your computer, when you're looking at your screen, it's got a light behind it, right? So you're looking at it and you're like, oh, it looks great. It looks great. It's not dark. Well, no, but if you put that on paper, guess what? It's dark.
People don't have their monitors calibrated to printing, so everybody's always jacking up the contrast and stuff on their monitors.
I think also the artist is not in tune with the printer. The printer often prints it a shade or two darker than what they intended.
Well, knowing a little bit about the printing business, it's not we don't purposely print them.
Right.
It's just that you don't have your monitors calibrated right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that you sent the files too dark.
Yeah, your files are just dark.
That's what I'm saying. Is that you're printing it faithfully. It's just that Did you guys participate in Free Comic Book Day this year?
I did not this year. No.
Did you
it's
not?
The first year.
Okay.
It's the first year I haven't done it in about 8 years. Tommy, did you do it this year?
I did not either. No.
Yeah.
I went bike riding instead.
Tommy and I have done several of them together in the past.
Oh, we've done just over the past 5-10 years.
Yeah.
And this past year, both of us just was like, let's just take a break.
Yep. So no, this year I did not, but normally we do.
Well, it's neat that you're bringing back old characters that have been out for a very long time.
Of course, my hope is guys like you will say, I remember the character. I love the character. I'm going to get this, right? And
absolutely, yeah.
And that folks who've never heard of it will go, oh, that character looks cool. Let me try this out. Right. And then, of course, hopefully they like it. And then they go.
What I won over Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, that's nice.
I won this over Twitter.
Oh.
The guy was like, if you sub to me, you're not sub to me, and you retweet this or whatever. And I did everything that he said. Made it in the top 5. I didn't know if I'd even made it in the top 5. And all of a sudden I won, the next day on, Free Comic Book Day. It was kind of a promo to getting more subs over there on X. And I said, what the hell? I'll take a shot. And boom, wound up with the first Static Shock appearance, from Milestone from 1993.
Yeah, you gonna crack that open and read it?
Well, now you got to go buy it somewhere. So you
well, now I already have copies. That's
okay.
Not, so no need to crack that one.
Gotcha.
Out of 30,000, I actually went back and was not interested in those milestones back in the day, guys. But I've tried to go back and get the grails, the ones that are like the characters' first appearances, because they relaunched them. But I'm not. I don't think they've probably taken off a second time. after a lot of the original creators like Duffy have passed away. But and it's really sad they didn't relaunch them decades earlier while a lot of the creators were still alive. But and the thing about Static Shock though, or what he was just called Static back then, but in early 2000s he had a cartoon actually that they did, so that's pretty neat. I think some of those characters have potential through time. Just it's a slow roll with as they keep bringing them back and using them. I think that they have potential to become popular, especially. But when they relaunched them, I said, well, I might try this. I've been trying to focus and go back and get some of the original Milestone stuff that I didn't have in my collection, or maybe I did in my first. And it kind of through osmosis, you wind up with stuff if you're around it long enough. But I no longer have that stuff, so I'm trying to go back and get some of that stuff. So I thought, well, I might get the relaunch books. I got all 5 there, and that was about $12.50 plus shipping, right? And I opened it up. Whoops, I was going to bring that up, but you took it down anyway.
Actually, let me get the covers.
Okay. So, and I open it up, and it's got Black Lives Matter protesters. I said, closed it up, put all 5 back. I said, I can see that on the news. Yeah. And that's when Black Lives Matter was all over every day. And it's like, I don't want to read that in 20 years. I got thinking later, I'm not interested in that. I don't know if they're pro or con. They're probably pro. The Gay Pride Month and all the Asian issues and that DC were doing. And you know what? That local comic book store bought all that crap, which probably didn't sell. And he's no longer in business. Yeah. For whatever reasons, that might have not been the thing, but I was like, how are you buying this stuff? I hope it's selling for you. I would. Now this cover I wasn't as hot on, but it's no. Yeah.
What do you mean? That's my cover.
Tommy did that one.
Come on, now, that's my Kid Hero cover.
Thomas, don't hate on me. The cartoony stuff, like Howard the Duck.
That's my jam. I love the cartoony stuff.
Well, I do too. Don't get me wrong. I like Woody Woodpecker and all the Dale books from back in the day, and but I always hated that. For me, when it comes to superhero, it's like, why does Marvel put Doctor Who or Kiss or even ROM or the Micronauts or something commercial toy line in their universe? It seems to dilute it down, because I really took it serious, Yeah. But this is a fun cover. It almost looks like
that's why we have 3 different covers.
Right. No slide.
Because I know besides the metallic cover, this is the cover I'm going to buy.
This way. I like it. It's not my fave, because I kind of take it seriously, maybe too seriously. But
Tommy has Tommy's got his sort of his trademarked Kid Hero style, and for the books that he does. And so when we got to talking about it, I'm like, dude, we really need a Kid Hero style cover.
Oh, there's some people really love this type of stuff.
Yeah,
it almost Miss Fury almost looks like, compared to Demon, there almost looked like Batmite. Because Batmite was real little. Yeah. Let's see. That's cool. I with all the 3 tails there and everything. Yeah. I mean, just 3 tails. Every issue you could have Demon with 3 different stories, and it would make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The first tail, the second tail, and the third tail. A very unique design there. Who designed Demon, Roland?
Believe it or not, me.
Way back in the day.
I couldn't draw, but
genius. Genius. This man's a genius.
I knew what I wanted, but it took for me. It took artists to bring it to life, and I think Paul really brought it to life. But Paul was able to capture exactly. Mitch was the first kind of to draw him, and did a fantastic job, I thought.
Well, you can't reinvent the wheel, but you can make interesting and compelling characters.
Yeah.
If you
So this was exactly
get in that mindset.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This was exactly what I wanted, and Mitch did a great job. Paul did a great job. Occasionally, what happens is, is some people try to, because his face is furry,
Right.
like this right here.
Well,
Occasionally,
see,
what
my
happens?
favorite character of all time is the Beast.
Me too. He's not my all-time one, but I love the Beast.
Well, I got started with like another furry, which was Werewolf by Night.
Oh yeah.
And he had the green pants and the brown, much like Demon here. And then I graduated, when George Perez was doing the Beast and Avengers. I didn't even know his former history of X-Men and stuff in the mid 70s. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's very compelling. And that very first story, he had his back turned and he looked like Batman because he was blue and he had the ears sticking up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I knew, and that's why I knew Batman, even starting out on my first comic, that got me collecting. But I've always liked the more beastal, characters.
Yeah.
Well, what's kind of cool about all of the three covers, even though you don't like mine,
I'm never going to leave that down.
I did eat all three, and they are available on the crowdfunder page.
Yes.
So they're available for if somebody wants to pick them up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And where's the link? There's the link. There you go. There's the link over on Fund My Comic, Carrie.
Yep.
If you want to take a look at this campaign, I guess I should probably bring the whole campaign up. You guys are doing pretty well. You got $1,000 goal.
Yes, sir.
$888. 888. At least it's not 666.
Yeah.
Now that second cover that you're looking at, that was done by Dean Zachary.
Dean Zachary, Tommy, and Roberta.
That's an exciting. I kind of get one of those Infantino Batman and Robin vibes, except this is more dynamic, more action.
Yeah.
Rooftop type poses.
At least you can see Champion in this one.
Yeah, there's his hand.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
And of course, he refers to him here. Why are you killing the champion? I'm trying to save him.
Well, now that's something you don't see very often anymore, are word balloons on a cover, right, Roland?
You do not. No.
Yeah.
But
there was the group, which was also the old RPG, I guess, or game called the Champions. You remember?
Right, I remember them.
In the 80s.
Yeah, we used to play them. Yeah. Champions role play games.
You got to go real obscure, like Silverline comics, or well, I mean, you got to go real obscure for me not to know something about it, and it's usually the independent low print run stuff that, I've never seen that before, you kind of know when you pick up a Batman or Spider-Man, what the book's going to be about, but that's what I liked about the independent stuff, Thomas, is you would go, wow, look at that. And that character's got three tails, and it's like, wow, the artwork is, even though it's black and white, it's, the scarcity is there, and it's like, if I don't pick this up, I may never see it again.
Right? Yeah.
Unless I buy it from like Mile High Comics that buys millions and millions of books. I know I've gotten some very obscure. I bought one from Chuck Rosansky, not in person, but online, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was printed in North Little Rock.
Really?
Yeah, and it had a die cut sort of square, and then you flip it over, and even the back cover had a die cut square out of it. Different placement. And I thought, why do they do this? But it's such a obscure character, probably low print run, but I mean, it's amazing that you can print something in like Arkansas and it winds up in Colorado in that
yeah.
in chunks,
Well,
because
so
he buys them by the millions.
just think about Carrie, who's been popping on here. That book was printed here in Florida. She's reading it now over in England, in the UK.
In England, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's pretty cool that we can do that, and we have the ability to actually do that. Yeah, 888. I hadn't seen that. Looks like we got a couple of new backers since the last time I looked.
Woo-hoo!
Excellent. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think we were at 85 the last time I saw it, so that's nice.
All right. Well, wait a minute. Let me renew this just to make sure it's up to date. Okay.
All right.
It may even go higher. I want to take you higher. Higher.
Yep.
There we go. We're at 888. Like I said, 19 backers, 89% there. You're asking for $1,000, 20 days to go. Does it have a second 20 days or that's just it, right?
That's it. Yeah.
You guys are killing me. Let's play the trailer. Talk about this. This is in plays really nicely on my choppy ass theater, choppy internet. Short and sweet, just like a trailer should be, Roland.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, who put your trailer together?
That was my wife. My wife put that together.
Okay.
Yep. She and I talked about it, and she's been doing a lot of social media last couple of years. And I told her, I said, well, this is the kind of thing that I want. And
your right up here looks like one of those things you get on a cigarette pack where the disclaimer might cause cancer.
That's great.
Yeah, we got to get a video of the silver cover up there. So
I've tried. I don't know what it is. I have tried putting links. I've tried uploading the file, and I can't get and it could be my video is just too short. Because it's only like a 3-second video, and so it wouldn't upload. Yeah. It was just the foil. I may have to try to loop it a little bit.
Do you ink digitally?
Yes, I it used to be all traditional, and so
except for those pages.
I see a few pages here available. Wow, these are oh man, these are great, man.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, I tried.
God, you're not giving me much time. I haven't started work yet. I wish you'd go into Mann just a little bit. I'd buy some of this stuff. But it is what it is. See, Roland, I spray for mosquitoes. They've been trying, and we've been bought out. Actually, they own Terminex. That's how big they are.
Wow.
It's Rentokil or something like that. I don't know. We're the only mosquito foggers and people, and actually they said we're short-handed. You may you that don't have a day job may have to work like maybe 3 hours in the daytime and then go out that night and spray too. And I'm like, the more of the hours the best, because I'm here for the money. And I even sprayed. I would have been better off during the pandemic, believe me. I was humping it, and what I earned in 2 weeks of hard labor, and it was hard that year because we were shorthanded. I could have just stayed home and collected from the government. It was ridiculous, I probably should have done that, but I didn't. I worked all year long, and it's like, do both sides of town. Well, golly, it takes me, 4 hours to do this side and then 6 hours to do that. That makes for a long night plus drive home time. But so it'll be, the longer I stay there, the larger the adventure. But I'm waiting for those mosquitoes to come out so I can start to work. I just took my drug test today, by the way. Hey, Bone.
Did you pass?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Are you gonna pass?
I never worried.
Are you gonna pass?
Yeah. I'm not worried about that, Roland. Yeah, so we got the Champion and the Fury over on Fund My Comic, and you're going to go to other platforms with this. Forgive me if I've already asked that.
No, we're not planning to go to other platforms.
Okay.
We're going to try to push everybody here. We're going to try to make Fund My Comic our platform. Again, we like it. We like the idea of a comics only platform. You know,
right.
We get lost over on Kickstarter because you could buy, you got to buy comics, gadgets, and dice and blankets and
right.
electronic gadgets and all kind of stuff, and we get lost over there. Yeah, Indiegogo we tried a little bit, but there's just some things happen at Indiegogo that we didn't think we wanted to be a part of, and we're like, let's just kind of avoid that,
So I like that your full covers an exclusive
yes
to Fund My Comic, right?
Yes, it is.
And you also get a price break over there at Fund My Comic, do you not? Just for
yes.
exclusively going for them.
Yes,
that's what I've done with my own book with Devil Flyer. I'm over there on Fund My Comic right now.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the things we wanted to do is that, hey, we're making these very cool foil covers. And part of what we hope is, I mean, obviously there's no way for us to predict the future. There's no way for us to predict, what's going to happen down the road. But, if we get 50 people to get the foil cover, that means we're going to print about 60 of those, right? That means that's all there is. You can't come along next year and say, oh, I want one of the foil covers. Well, if one of the people who backed it want to give it up, or if one of the creators want to give up one of their copies, that's the only way you're going to be able to get it. Now, the comic will be available, of course, but not the foil.
Right. And we like the shiny. Tell us about this tier here, the $7 plus shipping.
Yep. So that's where you could just use hey, I just want one comic, but I don't want the foil. So you can go and you can choose the cover B with Dean Zachary or cover C that Tommy did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which are seen right here, B and C. And the A is the shiny.
A is the shiny. That's right.
Yeah, the A is the exclusive only.
2 issues, no full here.
Yeah. So this one,
A and B.
You can get A and B, or you can get you can get B or C is what it is, because A is the foil. Or you can get one of those and get issue number 1. This is your catch-up tier, right? So, because you're getting 2 issues, so you say, hey, look, I want Tommy's cover for number 2, and I also want issue number 1. So if you see
so you have a choice there. Okay.
If you look at your choice 2.
Yeah. Do you have issue 1 there handy, Roland?
Yes.
So we can kind of see a cover to
this one right here.
Okay, that's the one you showed a while ago. Okay.
Yeah.
The Champion and Miss Fury.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is of course we showed the interiors here. I love
Miss
this.
Fury's kind of like an athletic Catwoman, right?
She is.
Does she have superpowers? She doesn't, does she?
She does not have superpowers.
Okay.
No.
How about Champion? What are Champion's powers?
Champion.
We're finding out.
Yeah, Champion does have some powers, but he is in the midst of discovery of those powers. He doesn't really. He's learning that he does, and he doesn't realize that he has them. And we did this funny little scene here. This is a little homage to the Image stuff right here.
Yeah, now this takes you back to like the 90s or something, where everybody's geared up, like kind of like almost looks like Cable type.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's over the top, I'm here to explode type,
And so he goes into action with this, and of course it's top heavy. And then while he's out, he gets attacked by these two jokers right there, right? So
Shadowhawk
they get
says,
out.
Wow, that's great. If it's not a mistake, maybe Luke just likes you better than. Wait, what are we talking about? I got cover. Oh, you got cover A, so shiny.
Oh,
yeah.
So so this is the scene that we're talking about. He fights these guys here, and then at the end,
well, you might have to look into that, Kerry, and that's the
Right.
great thing about Luke, or if you have any problems, because it says 0 shipping costs, which doesn't make sense. I don't know.
ooh,
I've
yeah,
actually had some trouble with some of my UK international people on my campaign too. So I don't know, Roland.
yeah.
Uh,
I may have to look into that. Yeah,
yeah, actually, somebody tried to
Shipping's
back me
because it
for
shouldn't
the
be
UK
0.
a second time. That's one thing I like about Fund My Comic, Roland, is that if you have, say, 50 backers, that's
Mhm.
50 unique backers.
Absolutely.
It's not Shadowhawk or anybody else backing you 15 times.
Right.
It's an
Yeah.
actual count. Now, when you go
Yes.
over to like Indiegogo or Kickstarter, you
Mhm.
can back 5 times and it will count you as 5 different backers.
Yes.
This, I think,
Yeah.
is more accurate. You know exactly how many people are kind of supporting, kind of what you can kind of gauge the support. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yeah.
A
No,
little bit
I
easier.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
I like your backdrop there. Your green screen, Thomas.
Demon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
I'm picking his nose.
Yeah.
Now, what can we see your cap? What are you wearing there?
Kablam.
Kablam. Okay. Now, are you publishing through Kablam?
Well, I am Kablam. I'm
Are you Kablam? Oh,
owner
you
of
are
Kablam.
Kablam. Okay. Well,
That's
I have
right.
comics with that very same ad on the back. Okay. So
That's right.
you do a lot of I didn't know I was in the presence of greatness. I mean, besides Roland,
what I like to say is the number one independent comic book printing company in the
That's
world.
right.
Now, are you on demand? Are you a print on
We
demand?
do have an on-demand shop called Indie Planet where you can put your books up. So everybody has the opportunity when they order, when they get their book printed at Kablam, that you can put your book up at Indie Planet, and we'll help you sell your book.
And how long has Kablam been around, if I might ask?
Since early 2000s, 2005,
Wow.
2006. Yeah,
oh, wow. So you'll be coming up on a anniversary here in a couple of years.
Yeah, we've definitely we've been around and don't plan on going anywhere. So
yeah. I was unaware of Kablam till I started buying some of the crowdfunded books, and then your ad would be on the back cover.
On the back, yeah. We offer to buy that back cover and give you a little bit of a break by doing so. Yeah, we used to when we first started. It was kind of fun. We would go up and down all of my business partner Barry Gregory. We would go up and down the aisles of all the shows and stuff, and we'd go printed that, printed that, printed that, printed that. Yeah, that was always a fun thing. And other print on demand companies have come up, but they've fallen pretty quick. But we've
Now, what got you into that? I used to work for. It was Kruger here, but then it went to World. Well, it was Renier, then World Color, then it went to Quebecor.
Yeah.
No, why we started Kablam? It was back actually there was another well-known printing on-demand printing company back in the day that I was ordering books through, and my business partner Barry Gregory was ordering books through.
Did you guys know that Whitman did variants on these treasury editions? I didn't know until I started looking at these on eBay recently, and Whitman did some variants on the old treasure editions.
I did not know that. No,
isn't that wild? I mean, back in the day, Roland, Whitman was like a joke. Nobody wanted it. Modern comic reprints. Nobody wanted it. Whitman been around, as you know, as a publisher for a long time. Here's one of the Big Little books from 1939.
Oh yeah. I used to have a bunch of those, but I got rid of all of them years ago.
And now he's retired, folks, and living in Barbados.
I know. I wish. I think I probably got rid of them at a yard sale.
I wanted to show Carrie this because I'm going to send her one of these because she's a big Harley Quinn fan.
Oh, nice.
Harley Quinn Pez dispenser. I just got to thinking, I've got some Harlequin Pez dispensers, and I'll send her one with her order. You know, RJ is here in Arkansas with me. The Critical Blast, RJ, don't you?
We know RJ.
Have you guys been over there on his channel to chill your wares?
Not recently.
You need to hit him up, before you end there. Okay. Also, you're invited, I'm sure, to come on with Apex Comics. I co-host with him and on his channel, and you're invited to come over there, if you want. But there's
Apex Comics.
Yeah, Apex Comics. I can send you his Twitter or whatever. You can hit him up. I'm sure he'll be glad to have you on.
That would be great.
Thomas, I'm glad. Are you? Where can we find you, Thomas? Because I know Roland sent you the link. Where is your? Where can people find you?
Personally, just I'm mostly just hanging out on Facebook. Just Tommy Florimonte. Yeah, but I've got a Indie Planet, or not an Indie Planet, Instagram. I post stuff on there, and then of course I'm on TikTok. Tommy Don't TikTok is my TikTok handle. But but just look me up on Facebook. It's just it's either Tommy Florimonte or Thomas Florimonte. Both of them are on there.
Okay. Yep. Now, what is Florimonte? Is that
what is Florimonte?
Yeah. What I mean,
Italian.
what Italian? Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, look, I'm from Arkansas. I'm dense as hell, as Roland knows.
No.
There's lead between these ears.
No, my dad's from Brooklyn, New York, and married my mom from Mississippi. I don't know, it's kind of weird story, but
well, I mean, I my ancestry came over from England, hit Maryland, somehow wound in Arkansas.
Yeah, there you go.
But I did not know any of this. I was adopted, but last year through my daughter's DNA test, I found my half sister who's still here in Arkansas. In fact, her father passed away here in Jonesboro, where I live, and we've actually got relatives up in this area. I've not met her yet, but I'm going to meet her sometime this year. We talk on the phone. I think 7 times removed, first cousins to the governor of Virginia. He was a signer of the Declaration of Independence, and I'm related to the 9th and the 29th president.
Wow.
Which were Harrisons. And when they got to Arkansas, they changed their name to Harris. But Benjamin Harrison and
William Henry,
the Harrison that was in office for about 31, 32 days, caught pneumonia and died.
Yeah,
the shortest presidency.
He's the one that brought on the presidential curse.
I guess, yeah. Well, blame me, and my family. But
he was the Indian hunter, right? And so I don't remember who it was, but they supposedly cast a spell on him, and so he died in office. And then if you look for the next 100 years, what the president that was elected into office 20 years died in office. So 1840, 1860, 1880, 1900, 1920, 1940. Reagan was the one that broke the curse.
Oh, that's right.
They shot him, and he survived.
Yeah.
Well, I got to bail. I appreciate it. I got another.
I'm sorry we got a late start. I know you're a busy guy.
Yeah, well, like Tommy said, we're just we're trying to promote up the book because we're real proud of it, and we just we want more people to know about it. We want them to pop on over there and give us a shot, try us out. We think they won't be disappointed.
Yep.
Okay. Thomas, can you hang a little bit longer, or you got to pop too?
Yeah, I need to run. I've got dinner cooking.
All right. Well, I understand. I'm kind of like Rush Limbaugh. It's like if I could make this time slot work, then it'd be genius. I'm not always the most convenient time, but if I can get that niche group is there during this time.
It's hard to find the
Roland,
right
thank
time.
you for
Isn't it?
coming on. Thomas,
Thank you
I'll
so
hit
much.
you up
I
on
appreciate it.
Facebook.
Thank you. And if Roland, you get with him on those other ones that he was talking about, and we'll jump on them too.
Yep. I got Apex written down.
Yeah,
Cool.
and I've probably got a few other sites.
Absolutely.
If you wanna know.
Anybody you think that would listen to us?
We
Well,
still have
I'm
18
doing
days
I'm doing the convention
so
thing, or doing the
out.
circuit myself. Trying to go on different shows to shield Devil Flyer. So, a lot of this stuff's fresh in my mind, and any way I can do. You're putting out a great product, guys.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for letting us on. That's for sure.
And I can't wait to see more out of Silverline Comics. And kablam!
That's
right. It's great to see you guys.
Thank you so much. Remember to always
Silverline.
Make mine Silverline.
All right. We got Mug. Oh yeah. Great green screen. Make mine Silverline. Okay.
That's right.
We usually our closing thing we say is keep collecting.
Keep collecting. That's right.
There we go. Keep collecting.
Keep collecting.
Keep collecting.
Hell, the